Okay, just trying to keep organized here. Okay, so, oh yeah, this is. I'm just gonna go through it. So I could probably have done better if I waited, but you never freaking know. And I did the thing with taking the bad fills, so I probably could get to break even because I had a lot of theta. I had $100 more, and I probably if I fooled around with it, but to be honest, it's just too nerve wracking. The core trade, it's like you're not gonna realistically. I wouldn't be placing. I would be sitting on this trade and getting in and out of these MESs and putting on 2-day iron condors to So while it's manageable if you did nothing but trading, sitting there like a freaking day trader, I'm not going to do that. So, or want anybody to do it. But the main problem with it is that one, you're right at the strikes when you get in, and also I am rethinking having the strategy where you have so many, not the Iron Cardinal, so many of the Ryan-esque with too many longs, and the volatility is it's too much. Even the MES helps, but it doesn't get rid of all of it. I mean, it has to happen quickly, or later in the week it goes. So I'm just thinking I am going to replace this, but I wanted to kind of sum up that, and I can always go back to it, but I'll make notes. It'll be very clear why I'm doing what I'm doing. But this is probably the last one of this. Another $34 loss on that. The bullish, again, this one had less data, and it was starting to come down in the end, and it was depending on where, if the market backed up, I could get out of break even, but I didn't want to wait. And for what? Just again, but this one could be a good trade, I think. But I'm gonna play with the idea of making a volatility proof as well. But I'm gonna do that. I'm about to close out these trades and then reboot the machine, allocate more memory to Thinkorswim, and start again. So that's that one. So, and the bearish, as you know, we lost 31.20. So they're all losers, but this core puts, which makes sense, is going to be a winner. So, and it's easy. You just keep it. I mean, look, 3,200 or 3,220. I'm going to get out. So whatever. So now I'll just move these 3,200 and 3,220. Whoops, there goes 3,220. I'm just going to get out when it hits one of those. Yes, see, right there. When it hits one of those, I'm going to get out. And otherwise, I'm going to stand in because the delta's freaking nothing. So it's just going to go up and up and up, and that's like $100. So it's going to be, I mean, if it did it right now, I'd lose $10 that way, and if it did it right now, I'd lose $20 that way. So it's likely, it's got $100 in theta still, so it's likely to make more than less. This trade's better. It makes sense because of the volatility is less of an issue because its puts is to the downside. Okay. So all told on those freaking trades, just those, I lost $34 in that one. I made, so that's down 90. That's down 120. And the core puts is up, so I'm up $40 or maybe 50, maybe as much as 100, depending on just on those trades. I'm going to skip over the iron one yet because this is not going to resolve this week. It's going to resolve next week, but I come back to it in a second. Volatility proof again. That one's up nicely, 330. And I'm doing the same idea. When it hits either one of these, 3,200, 3,220, I'll get out. Otherwise, I'll stay in. So I'm just going to watch that, put some alerts on, get out when it hits it. That's that. I'm skipping Ryan's for a second. That's not my trade, but come back to it. The flat delta. So wait. So I said I might be break even or up 100, something like that. And then with the volatility proof one, I'll be up like 400 and something, maybe more. The flat delta is, this is an open trade, but still I'm up $30 and it's going well, and I'll start scaling in when it starts to really work. The put spreads are what you'd expect. They're up 100, and again, this is open until you actually get to, like, that's $10. So when this gets to 250, it's locked in. But right? Remember, when this gets to $5, which will make this will be around 150 bucks. Then you get into a second one, and then you put a break even on this one. So you can easily give it all back, but I mean over the short term. But it's a way of if the market's going to run up, it's a way of making some really good money without having to do any work, and no maintenance, and the risk is giving back profit. Basically, the risk is just not making much instead. So, okay, there's that, and then we already know that I did this one, which would have been better if I had stayed in. But when you make money that quickly in these trades, see it's higher. See it's almost $300 now. When you make money that quickly in these trades, what happens is sometimes you wish you would have gotten out. So you make that much in a day, I get out. It's I don't even fool around with it. I'll just do it again. So I have to set up to all the other trades for the weekend, but I just wanted to give a quick round. Oh yeah, now back to Ryan. The Ryan one is very strange. It was actually down to the 20s. The volatility is really, bleh. But still, it's growing great. It's gonna make $100, so that's great. And I'm putting on another Ryan one for next week. I'll have that in the next update. And this guy, you can see this is hanging in. I mean, it's easy to keep, to balance the delta. When it starts to thrash like that, and you get too many, so I abandon that idea, and I just, if I could keep it in the middle at all, and I just make the delta flat until this gets back up to now. Because like this trade, I'm just looking to get out of this one, and then only do it when it's really high volatility, not like this. So I will not be doing this trade again when you have 2 weeks to expiration, not like this. I mean, I'd rather do this one instead. It's simpler. Because the uncertainty is too much. But I want to demonstrate that I can do it. I can make it work. So I'm gonna stick. This trade will be in for next week again until we win, or until I break even. I mean, and then maybe Monday, Tuesday next week it'll be break even. I'll probably set this up that right before the market closes, I'll get into something. So if it were to fall over the weekend, you'd be all right like that. Okay, so that's everything. Just showing how to manage these trades even when they don't go according to plan. I keep doing that. This guy right there.